Hey Internet, welcome to Thermodynamics tutorial. This is a made-up question not found in your textbooks. We want to find the specific volume for refrigerant R-134a in vapor form at a pressure of 0.9 MPa and a temperature of 70 degrees Celsius. We want to find the specific volumes for ideal gas law, generalized compressibility chart, and the thermodynamic property tables. We also want to find the error rate for ideal gas and the generalized compressibility. Step 1. Draw your free body diagram, your FBD. This will help you visualize the problem. Step 2. List all the given variables, find the unknowns. Step 3. Find the specific volume for ideal gas formula. So V is equal to RT divided by P. So this is little v ideal. That's your specific volume for ideal gas. R is your gas constant. T is your absolute temperature. And P is your pressure. Step 4, find the gas constant for R-134a. That is your coolant or refrigerant. Okay, so you can find this by using Google search, or you can find it in your textbooks. So it'll be 0.08149 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Step 5, we now just plug and play. Convert your 70 degrees Celsius to Kelvin by adding 273. So that's 343 Kelvin. So we plug and play, we convert the MPa to kPa. So you will get 0.031057 meters cubed per kilogram. The units will cancel out. So this unit, I believe it is kPa meters cubed is what kilojoules is. But if you just throw this into a converter, it should be the same units as kilojoules. So I just kept it as kilojoules because that's what the textbook states. But just know that kilojoule actually converts into kPa meters cubed. Okay, so step 6, specific volume using compressibility formula. So V compressibility is Z multiplied by the ideal specific volume. So we found the ideal specific volume in step 5. So how do we find Z? Step 7, find Z. So we need to find the P reduced, so the reduced pressure and reduced temperature. They're actually ratios because the units cancel out, which we will find out shortly. And then use the chart. For the chart, you can use your textbook chart. However, for copyright reasons, I've made my own chart, but it's very similar. Okay. So, step 8, find the pressure ratio or the reduced pressure. So that is the pressure given divided by the critical pressure. So this is unknown, we need to find that. Step 9, find the critical pressure. So it will be in the same table as your gas constant. So if you've got your textbook, it'll be in the same table. Read the pinned comment. So the pinned comment will have your chart and your tables. I can't tell you what they are for copyright reasons. Just read the pinned comment. Okay, so you'll get this number or something very similar. And then we do the same. Well, before that, we need to find the pressure ratio or the reduced pressure. So we'll get 0.2217. As you can see, the units cancel out, so it really just becomes a pressure ratio. Alright, and we do the same for the reduced temperature or temperature ratio. Once again, we go and find the critical temperature. So step 12, it'll be in the gas constant table. So once you find it, you work out your temperature ratio. It'll be 0.9166. Step 14. Now we can use these values and find our compressibility factor or Z factor. So I've made my Python version. If you got a textbook, you just need to look up the table and then follow the curves and lines. So I've got this code, and what you do is you just type in the temperature ratio and pressure ratio, or you can just type in your temperature and your critical temperature as well as your pressure and critical pressure. So either way works. So we're just gonna copy and paste. Okay, so this is the pressure ratio. So over here. Okay, and we found these in step 10 and step 13. So step 13 is the temperature ratio, step 10 is the pressure ratio, so that's where those came from. Alright, so this Z factor finder is also in the pin comment. It's on the GitHub, so I've got a GitHub link on the pin comment. Okay, if you guys actually have the PDF or electronic textbook, just use the PDF. I'm sure your professor or lecturer has taught you how to use this chart. Okay, so in my case, so since this is a custom chart, it still follows the Nelson, Orbert, and Pang Robinson. It's similar, but it's slightly, well, it's custom made obviously. So it follows what they do, but it's just slightly different. Okay, so I entered the values and then the software will just find it. So how this works is you go to your temperature ratio or your TR, so your reduced temperature. So these green lines is your reduced temperature. The blue line is the line that we're using. So due to the scale it breaks, but it goes back up. So these are your, I guess, reduced temperature curve lines. And then at the bottom you've got your reduced pressure. So we've got 0.22, so it's right over here. As you can see, you go all the way up until you hit the reduced temperature line, and then you go to your left, and then that will be your compressibility factor, Z. So it's reading about 0.8867, and we're going to use this factor to find the specific volume of the compressibility chart. Okay, so I wrote that down, as you can see. So step 15, we now multiply Z with the specific volume of ideal gas. So our specific volume of compressibility is 0.0275 meters cubed per kilogram. So I'll just highlight these, and I will go back and highlight the ideal gas answer as well. Okay. So we now need to find the table specific volume. So we use the given values, the pressure of 0.9 MPa and 70 degrees Celsius. We go to the superheated table. So how do we know it's superheated? In the question, they gave you a hint. It says it's in vapor form. And you will know that the refrigerant at that pressure and at that temperature is going to be superheated. So you don't have to believe me. What you do is you go to your saturated refrigerant table and you look up these values, and you'll notice that these values are really high and they go beyond that table. So since it goes beyond that table, you know it's going to be superheated. Okay, so once you line these up, you'll get, that is a typo. Okay, so you'll get 0.027413 meters cubed per kilogram. Now we can find the errors. So step 17, find the error formula. So the error is your specific volume of the given method 1 and 2. So that's either ideal gas or compressibility chart. And then you subtract the specific volume of the table divided by the specific volume of the table. So the error rate for the ideal gas specific volume is 13%. So we use the specific volume from ideal gas from step 5 and the specific volume of the thermodynamic property table in step 16. So we plug it in the formula. We multiply by 100 because it needs to be in a percentage. So that is multiplied by 100%, but you just type it in the calculator as 100. So you'll get 13.29%. And for your error rate of your specific volume of compressibility chart, you do the same. So step 15, you get this value, you plug it in the formula, you'll get 0.31%. Disclaimers, the method is correct, however I do make calculation mistakes. I encourage you to solve it yourself and see if you get the same answer. Now before we leave, I highly encourage you to save this video onto your PC, just in case this video or channel gets taken down. While I follow all copyright laws, sometimes things happen. You can do this by using snipping tool. If you never used snipping tool before, follow these instructions. If you're on a Mac, use the Mac equivalent of snipping tool. Click on the icon in your taskbar. If it's not in your taskbar, go to your Windows search, type in snipping tool, open up the program. Click on video option, click on new. Left click and drag the rectangle to cover the YouTube screen. This is just an example. Hit the start button in snipping tool, wait for the countdown. Hit the replay button on YouTube, let the video finish. Hit the red square in snipping tool to stop recording and then save your video. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a great day. Be sure to like and subscribe. Share with your friends, because this is a made up question, so they probably won't be able to find it. If you got questions, comments, or if you find a mistake in this video, leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you want to support me, become a member or drop a super thanks. Until next time, see ya.